Lady Mary is a judge, and she's a judge in the local Lincoln County Court, and she meets Bill as the new arrival, the new chief constable, and she doesn't think very much of him to begin with. And as the series goes on, they kind of come to a meeting of minds. They sort of are equals. She has a very low opinion of him to begin with, and by the end, she realises there's more to him than meets the eye. Although what meets the eye is not bad. Well, she's not. She's not his piece on the side. She is a very powerful, intelligent woman in her own right. I really liked the quirkiness of the script, how they reveal a kind of disenfranchised section of Britain, and it's brought into high relief by Rob Lowe's Bill's arrival. He just doesn't get all these Englishnesses going on around him. He cannot fathom why we do certain things. Prawn cocktail crisps, no understanding of where they come from or why they would exist. There are wonderful English eccentricities that absolutely flabbergast Bill. It's got a brilliant mixture of a kind of, so it's got a crime-driven plot, a sort of pretty funny, quirky take on England right now, and a really, Rob is brilliant. He's brilliant as Bill, as Wild Bill. He's so confident in his work. He's been doing this for such a long time. He's incredibly successful at it. He's written 2 books about it. He goes on book tours and sells out stadiums, and he's a proper pro. And he knows a good script when he sees one. He's worked with Aaron Sorkin, the best in the business. So he knows a good script when he sees one. And I thought this was pretty strong, pretty original, strong, funny, and Mary is a woman you enjoy seeing on the page and hopefully on the screen. And I think they're, odd though it may seem, their sort of coming together is a real source of joy in the show, and it's a kind of off-duty beat for him that is necessary for the viewers to see, especially him topless. Vital. Bronwyn's character for me I find the most moving and touching and brilliant, because she comes from farming stock. There's no reason she would have become a police officer, but she is genuinely interested and curious and hungry for it. She has no, she's not a character who relies on her sexuality. She's not a character who wants to do anything other than work. The fact that she's a woman is brilliant, because Rob doesn't kind of know what to do with her. Bill's character doesn't know what to do with her. But as an entity in herself, she's just a brilliantly drawn character. She should have her own spin-off show. I wish I'd hung out with her more on set, but I was just in a sort of hot box with Rob, so I never got to do that. No, I really loved her, and watching her work is just fascinating. And Angelique's a brilliant actress. And so yeah, I think there's strong women surrounding Bill. You've got Vicky Pepperdine as the pathologist, who just is hilarious, dry. I mean, new meaning to the word dry. And in fact, and you got Angela Griffin as this reporter. So he's surrounded by ballsy birds. Should always be that way, I think. Should always be thus. Oh, my favourite thing is driving up the A84 when you go past Callander, and you keep going north, and I then make sure, I'm afraid, that there's a tape of bagpipes in the car as you go through, drive through the Glen. What's it called? The Green Welly Boot Stop is the best petrol station services in Britain. It was there that I purchased the Red Hot Chili Pipers, which then saw me on my journey back down the motorway towards outside Stirling where my dad lives, near Scotland Tony Safari Park, which is a must-see. It's got the same, what's it called, one of those slides, it's not a bumper slide, what are they called? It's a slide with a few bumps in it, but it's got a name. Anyway, it's had the same slide there for maybe 40 years. I mean, definitely since I was a child, and definitely since my brothers were a child, and they're 10 years older than me. The number of bums that have gone down that hurly-burly slide, I mean, they must be in their billions by now. They're sort of wiped clean by all the, not the bums, the slide, by all the sacks that have gone down there. I tried to take my 2-year-old son down there at Christmas, or rather last summer, but he was too scared. Maybe he's a wee bit wee. I went to Edinburgh University as well, so I really have spent my... And when I try to claim Scottishness, these, you know, my posh vowels come out of my mouth and I'm no longer allowed to be Scottish, but I am to my fingertips. So many Hogmanay, so many random snogging of people on Princes Street. That's always quite fun. What other things did we use? Oh, we did so... I once directed a production of The Tempest, and we walked up Arthur's Seat to see each of the scenes unfold, and then when you got to the top you had Prospero's farewell. That was one of my favourite things. The other thing I used to love doing was going to, was it called Fabric? Nightclub, I think it was called Fabric. And you would dance like banshees and then get in the car, go to the beach and strip off and go for a swim. Doesn't get better than that. Right? Oh wait! And then there was an all-night bakery. And then you go to the all-night bakery and go through the back door and get loads of sticky willies, iced buns.